Yeah, he's fantastic. So the two races we wanted to win is the All-Star into the Doncaster, and I would say the only thing is not about a preparation or not. You're just about to get him right in shot. There he is, right there.
Oh, there he is.
There you
Good
go.
timing.
Yeah, he's got ears. It's for a horse like him to get on a mile on a very, very heavy track. You sort of say to yourself, you've had him on these beautiful tracks. He's beautifully prepared for a really nice mile, and then you get onto a bit of a gumboot track. But you know what? No rain last night, and it's a heavy, genuine heavy track. But we bought him off a heavy track trial. He went to sail on a heavy 8 one day, never been on it, and swum through it. I know it's only a maiden, but he'll be there 100 metres out. It's just a matter of what he can slug out from there,
It's that kind of day, isn't it? Have you had a chat to any of the jockeys about how the track's playing?
Oh, no, I watch all the races. They seem to be like lanes 2 to 7, 2 to 6, I would say, the middle of the track. But, look, Huey's pretty switched on, isn't he? And I never... all I'm saying to Huey is I reckon we need to be in the front third, probably just rear thereof, midfield, bog track, horse getting splattered. Not ideal, I wouldn't have thought, but he's drawn to stay off the fence. He's drawn in the right spot. Perfect preparation for him. I'm pretty happy.
What more could we say? Good luck.
Thank you.
I'm a big fan of Forbidden Love, chasing 3 consecutive Group 1s, 50 kilos on her back on this heavy track. Very hard to beat. Converge, I think, can bounce back from the last performance behind Animo, and I'm thunderstruck. I'm sure he'll get through the heavy going, but Forbidden Love.
20 runners, a capacity field in the Star Doncaster Mile Mounting Yard, brought to you by Harvey Norman for all you need in furniture, bedding, electrical and technology. Cascadian trying to win the race for the second time. James McDonald on board this year for James Cummings.
Yeah, up 3 kilos. He needs luck, but he's very fit. He might lose Jamie Carr, but he gets James McDonald today.
I think he's going to need a bit of luck from the barrier, Ronnie. If it maps out, he'll be chasing the line late, but he's going to need luck.
There's the Golden Eagle winner, I'm Thunderstruck, number 2. Hugh Bowman riding for Mick Price and Michael Kent Jr.
I like him a lot today. I think he's ready to explode, this horse. He won his Class 1 on a heavy track. He did last time in the All-Star Mile. It was just a farcically run race. So he's ready to go, loves the going, gets on the right leg here. But there's no doubt about that. He was born racing this way. So I think he'll win.
Map's perfect. Really loved his run at Fremington. Chased the line solid. Map's perfect. Gets the right run. Gets a good ride from Huey Bowman. It'll definitely go close.
Okay, we're just looking for Private Eye. There he is, number 3, Regan Bayliss, Joe Pride.
Well, he's an Epsom winner at his only run at this track and distance. That says enough. The blinkers go back on. He's been crying out for the mile. He's set to peak on the right day, and Joe's give him every opportunity to win this race.
I really like this horse until the barrier draw come out. I think his runs have been terrific. He's been getting back in races where it's suited on pace runners, but given he gets a little bit of luck, or he's going to need a lot of luck from the barrier, if he gets that luck, he'll be chasing the line solid.
Dallasan, number 4, Chad Schofield for Leon McDonald and Andrew Lewis.
He's been placed twice in these Randwick big miles, but I wish it was a touch drier for him.
Yeah, look, he's parading well, as he always does, but he's just not there yet, I don't think.
Lighthouse, number 5, had to undergo a vet's examination, but it's okay. Damien Lane for Mara and Eustace.
Well, she's a good mare, having an amazing preparation. Form out of the Cornwall's good. Just a little tricky from the draw, but she's got a good jockey to offset that.
Yeah, it's going to need a lot of luck, but Damien Lane, he's in terrific form. Winner of the UAE Derby. Look, if it gets the luck, it'll be hitting the line, but it's going to need a lot of luck again.
There's Laws of Indices, number 6, Tommy Berry, Annabelle Neesham.
I like this horse. Would have been all over him on the dry, but it was wet last time. I'm still happy to save on him. Terrific. Ridden closer last time in the George Ryder. Maps beautifully, and I think if he jumps cleanly and finds himself in the top 3 or 4 here, he's a winning chance.
Yeah, without a doubt. I'm a little bit the same as you, Ronnie. I thought his run in the George Ryder was superb. He boxed on good. He's right up on speed, but toughed it out really well. Should get the right run here.
Ellsberg, number 7, Tim Clark for Ryan and Alexio.
Well, we know his pattern of racing, which is a huge asset here. There's only 4 or 5 go-forward horses here. Dropped 7 kilos from the Ajax, and he's ready to go. Likes it wet, and a lot to like about him. Tim Clark on speed, used tick as well.
Yeah, massive tick. He's probably one of the best front-running riders we've got going, and drawn as soft as he has, I reckon he's going to jump to the front and control this race, Ronnie, and probably take the tempo right out of it from probably the 1400 through to the half mile, and if he does that, he'll be a big chance.
Willie Pike's about to walk out in colours, the cerise and white that he's worn to victory hundreds and hundreds of times. He is back in those colours today on Inspirational Girl for Danny O'Brien.
Well, she's a good mare. Obviously wasn't suited also by that tempo last time. She beat Zaki in the Blamey prior to that. And she does have some nice soft form about her as well. So could well be the forgotten horse here.
Here's Ice Bath. Fred Kersley with the call-up to ride for Brad Widder.
Wouldn't it be a result for Fred if he could win on her and for Brad? She's a big-time performer. She's been terrific on the heavy in the past. Forgive last time. Can surprise. Would prefer the heavy 10 for her, though, but it's close enough to a 10, it won't matter.
Yeah, I think the weight pull, drawn perfect. 3 runs this time in, Ronnie. They've been in races that have suited on pace runners. She's been working home well, but gets a chance. She loves this mile. Like I said, with the weight she's in with this race, and a nice chance.
Skylab number 11, Kathy O'Hara, Paul Perry.
Well, there's a chance he might be just a miler, so not the worst 100 to 1 chance I've looked at.
Kiss on all 4 cheeks, the West Aussie, number 12, Alicia Collett, in the saddle for Dan Morton.
Oh, I loved her win at Flemington. She's a top-class mare, but unknown on the wet. You just have to take her on trust here if you like her. That's the gamble you have to take. She's in beautiful order and parading nicely.
Next is Numerian, number 13, Robbie Dolan, Annabelle Neesham.
Nothing wrong with his first up run. Stable can produce a peak on the right day, and he's got some very good overseas heavy form, this horse.
The Villiers winner, Brutality, Jay Ford, Joe Pride.
Big blinkers back on, good wed tracker, place chance.
Forbidden Love, number 16, Richard Michael Friedman, Jamie Carr.
Well, it looks like the big computers are all over her. She's off the map here and she's very short. She's obviously in form. She's dodged the penalties along the way, winning those Group 1 weight for age races. And, just a different race to Doncaster, the weight for age races. There's a chance of more pressure here, which we can't see on paper, but she's going to be there for a long way.
Would have loved to have seen her draw a little bit better, Ronnie. I mean, she's been getting the cheap runs and sprinting on good ground. She's got 50 kilos on her back. She's into the race really, really well. But again, I would have loved to have seen her just draw a little bit softer.
Just Folk, number 17 from Bendigo, Dean Holland, Josh Julius.
Yeah, I think Josh has handled this horse beautifully. He's come from nowhere, qualified himself in the Ajax. He's 3 for 3 on the heavy tracks. Everything's fallen into place for him. He's found the perfect track, and I loved his trial recently. He's a happy horse and a real little knockout chance.
Kiku, number 18, Linda Meach, Chris Waller.
Well, very rarely you see Chris with only one runner in Doncaster in the modern days, and a 50 to 1 chance at that. You can never underestimate Chris.
Mr. Brightside, number 19, Craig Williams for Ben and J.D. Hayes.
Not hard to get a tip for him from the Victorians. They say he could stride across here and get a little bit of ownership of this race, and he's got a very good winning strike rate, 6 wins from 12 starts, so we might undersell him here.
I think he's going to have to go forward from the barrier, Ronnie. I noticed 2 starts back over the mile he led. He's going to have to go forward from that tricky gate and get up and over. If he gets a soft sort of run outside lead or maybe 1-1, he'll run well.
The 3-year-old Converge, Rachel King, Gay Waterhouse, Adrian Bott.
I think he's ready to take on the older horses now. It's just a perfect draw for him. He's amongst the best chances for sure. He's a 2 times Randwick Mile Group 1 winner, and what has he got? 49.5 kilos?
Timmy Clark Rachel King rides this horse, takes over. Look, I thought his run was good, over 2,000 metres, but I really like the step back to the mile. I think I don't think he gets the 2,000 metres, so dropping back to the mile suits.
Banker's Choice 21, Theo Nugent, Mike Moroney.
He was good at weight for age in the George Rider. Stable's airborne at the moment, so can't knock him at the weights.
King Magnus, 22. Brock Ryan for Rob Griffiths and Mike DeCock.
Yeah, look, he's better off in a faster race here and could improve a little bit because of his wet track ability.
I'll have another crack at that. It's Robbie Griffiths and Matthew de Kock. All right, let's go to Corey Brown, who's still in the theatre of the horse. The horses have left. Who caught your eye in the Doncaster?
I'm going to stick with number 16, Forbidden Love. Would have loved to have seen her drawn a little bit softer. Hope they don't make her work to get from that barrier up over near the speed. But given that she gets a soft run wherever she lands, she'll be hard to beat.
I'm 2, 6, 7 and 20. I'm really keen on I'm Thunderstruck. I think he's going to run boldly here. He's very soft that on the NAP the last 5 minutes. He's out. He's going to push $7 here in a minute. I think the dangers are a couple of long shots. Well, one long shot at least in Law of Indices at 25 to 1. I think Tommy Berry can push him forward. Ellsberg's another go forward horse who I want to be saving on, and it's hard to deny the 3-year-old Converge has got a good chance as well. I don't mind the race. I'm going to bet into it. 2, 6, 7 and 20. When does his favourite stop, Glenn? It's $3.20. It's short now.
Yeah, and I can tell you what, the punters, ever since Tuesday, have singled this out as the two horses at the top of the market. Not only the outright's not too bad, Forbidden Love, but the multi-roll is terrible, and they've had a big couple of hours. They rolled Fireburn into Haitotsu, into Nature Strip, and they've rolled it into both Forbidden Love and I'm Thunderstruck here, both 7-figure stands, which is not a great position to be in when they're the only two runners in single figures. Forbidden Love $3.20 now, off a $3.70 peak today. I'm Thunderstruck at $6. He's never been better than that all day. Then we go to double figures and better the rest. Converge, who got into around about $8.50, is back out to 10. Banker's Choice is a $17 chance, been pretty steady around that mark all day. Ellsberg and Mr. Brightside, who both got into as short as 15, are out to 19. Cascadian, Inspirational Girl, Lighthouse, all 21. Ice Bath, Laws of Indices, 23. And then you got Just Folk at 26. Past that, Private Eye at 26. 31, Kiss on All Four Cheeks. 41, Brutality. 51, Numerian. And then Kiku heads the rest. And big odds, those last three runners. But punters believes a 2-horse race here. 3.10 now Forbidden Love. 6 I'm Thunderstruck. Will be under the desk if either of those two win, Greg.
Getting to the start for this mile, the famous mile, the Doncaster. Cascadian looking for back-to-back wins, and that mare on screen, Forbidden Love, she is going for 3 Group 1s in a row. The Canterbury Stakes, the George Ryder and the Doncaster. I'm Thunderstruck is back to win a Doncaster on the back of a Golden Eagle. Ali Mosley, they're all walking in front of you.
They are a few horses that have elected not to go for a good canter out and have a good hit out. The first of which is Cascadian, who came out first with James McDonald, obviously looking for the back-to-back win. He's very relaxed today. He's probably the healthiest I've ever seen him arriving. Tommy Berry's almost just run me over on Laws of Indices. So carry on. Just Folk, he's very relaxed. He's taking everything in his stride. Josh Julius mentioned that this is the best he has ever seen him. Ice Bath has a beautiful action. She's just had a good long canter out behind me. She's a lovely horse to watch. And the last horse to arrive now is Banker's Choice. I will just note he's with the pony. He's getting a little bit warm, but nothing to be too concerned about. Skylab on bit now. Laws of Indices, very well behaved, and Private, not on his best behaviour in the last couple of weeks, is switched on today, but he's doing everything right.
Cascadian trying to be the first back-to-back winner since Sacred Falls in 2013 and 14. We've got the trifecta from last year, Cascadian, Ice Bath and Dallasan. Dallasan has always raced well here without winning. There's Ice Bath. Well, she has had an amazing career. Bridesmaid more often than not, but she's picked up so much money in doing so. It is a great Doncaster, Ronnie.
Oh, it certainly is, and even the wet track hasn't dampened things because there's so many variables that the wet track's brought into this race, and so many horses that will handle this wet track. So one of the great Doncasters that never lets us down. A little bit more compressed this year, 6 kilos bottom to top. So that makes it a little bit more interesting. That gives the top weights a little bit more chance, I feel, because there's not much between a few of them down in the weights here.
Gay and Adrian looking for win number 8. Well, Gay is. Adrian along for the ride now, but Gay has 7. And Chris Waller, with a win here, could join her. He sits on 6. Still a lot of the field to move in, 𝘿𝙤𝙣𝙘𝙖. Any late changes to this market? Surely the betting's done.
Oh, yeah, great. 8.50, and then at $16 bar, those runners outside the top 3 and get the money here, I think we'd be very happy.
Bowman, Berry, Clark and Carr are the Doncaster winning jockeys here. 4 of the 16, 4 of the 20, 16 yet to taste success at a Doncaster. Let's find out what happens as they load away quickly for the $3 million, the Star Doncaster Mile, Darren Flindell.
Just Folk, Lighthouse and Private Eye. So down to the last 3 with Just Folk about to move in. Loves the heavy going. Private Eye, the Epsom winner. Only 2 horses have claimed the Epsom Doncaster double this millennium. Happy Clapper and the Great Mare Winks. At Lighthouse, drawn out on the coast. Where else should a Lighthouse be? Drawn the outside barrier. There's the light. We're ready for the Star Doncaster Mile. Stand by for a start. Big field of 20. Forbidden Love, this year's favourite, and the gates open now. They're off and racing. No speed by Inspirational Girl. She'll settle last, and Delsberg won the start from Converge. Going forward is Forbidden Love, and Just Focus slicing through as well. Then came 𝙤𝙤𝙘𝙖𝙨 from I'm Thunderstruck, and Mr. Brightside on the improve. Lighthouse is cast pretty deep, followed then by Laws of Indices, who's improving on the rails. Then Kiss on All Four Cheeks on the inside of Ice Bath King Magnus. Deep out Banker's Choice, followed by Nemerian going up the fence in advance of Brutality. Then came Kiku from Skylab, Inspirational Girl, and last year's winner Cascadian settles last 16 lengths off the lead. Clark has the front here on Ellsberg, and the favourites running second, Forbidden Love. Looking for another Group 1, Converse, the 3-year-old third, the rails, followed by Just Folk planted 3 deep on the outside of 𝙤𝙤𝙘𝙖𝙨. They're followed further back by Lighthouse and a wide path on the outside of Ice Bath, and then came Kiss and All Four Cheeks, the rails. They're followed further back by Banker's Choice as they come up to the home turn. A gap back to Private Eye from Numerian. They've got 550 to run, and it's Ellsberg being eyeballed by the mare Forbidden Love, and the favourite strides up big time on the outside. Then came Converse from Just Folk, 𝙤𝙤𝙘𝙖𝙨. I'm Thunderstruck is coming into the race as Forbidden Love races to the lead. At the 300, Forbidden Love a length clear. I'm Thunderstruck's the big danger. It's Forbidden Love 3/4 to I'm Thunderstruck. Working into the clear, Mr. Brightside from Ice Bar. Forbidden Love under siege. Mr. Brightside charged up. Mr. Brightside takes the lead. Ice Bath runs on. Mr. Brightside for the Hayes boys wins it. I'm Thunderstruck second. Ice Bath third. Then Forbidden Love, followed by Banker's Choice, 𝙤𝙤𝙘𝙖𝙨, Ellsberg, Cascadian late, followed by Lighthouse, Brutality, King Magnus, Laws of Indices, Inspirational Girl, Numerian, then Skylab. Further back to Kiku, Converge. A gap back to Private Eye, and Kiss on All Four Cheeks.
Well, the famous name of Hayes lives on through Ben and JD. The brothers win their first Group 1 together. And who gives it to them? Craig Williams. Number 19, Mr. Brightside, has won the Star Doncaster. He's out-muscled I'm Thunderstruck, and Ice Bath another placing in the Doncaster. 19-2-10.
What a result for the Hayes boys. They've done a terrific job going out on their own, and this is a huge result for them and a huge result for Victoria.